Hey y'all, how's it going? I am Joy and welcome back to Dr. Frank's Build a Boyfriend. When we last left off, we gave our guy some clothes, met up with Silius, or however you want to say his name, but unfortunately, on our way to the presentation, our boyfriend's arm kind of fell off. So we're gonna go dig up another one in the graveyard and see where we go from here. I'm thoroughly enjoying this game. I honestly didn't expect to, but reading is actually really fun for me to do on cam now. Well, on mic, I'm not on cam clearly, but I'm enjoying it more than I thought I would. So let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below, as well as other visual novels that you may like to see me try going forward. I'm kind of getting into it. Again, I didn't expect to, but it's just how it goes. So I have still a little bit of alone time, not a whole lot, but a little bit of alone time. So I'm going to try to get as much of this done as I can until family gets back. So without any further ado, let's go find our boy a new arm, shall we? This is supposed to have sound to it. Crap, I made eye contact with him. It's nice to see you again, Mr. Frank. Doctor. Oh, please forgive me. That was awfully rude, especially after you took the time to correct me the previous time. Is there anything I can do to make it up to you? Well. If you ever think of anything, feel free to let me know. Suspicious. Where's my sound? Prefs. This is much strange. I should be having sound on this game, and I don't. But you know what? I'm gonna roll with it anyway. ASMR reading, anybody? No, that was horrible. I'm not gonna do that. Anyway, I can't believe his arm fell off. It was such a beautiful arm, too. I guess I should dig up another one quickly. Though I should probably find something to dig it up first. The man has a shovel. Immaculate rose bushes. The flowers in the church never used to be this beautiful. Strange. Ah, Dr. Frank, you're back. Did I get it right this time? Yes. Yes, you did. Is there anything I can help you with? Let's talk first. The altar inside, it has roses. Indeed. I worked hard to cultivate them, so I'm especially glad to see them blooming so beautifully. Except roses are the symbol of the Atlin religion, and this used to be a Chaldean church. Is that so? Wait, did you not know that? I'll profess that I did not. The altar was barren when I arrived, so I simply planted flowers that I knew would thrive in that type of soil. Are you even a priest? How did you not know that this was a Chaldean church? Didn't you say you took over the church from the last priest? I did indeed. Then, I mean, at the very least he would have mentioned the religious sect of the church that you were inheriting, right? He did not. Our conversation was cut rather short. A chill suddenly runs up my spine. Cut short? How was it cut short? Well, he had to leave in a hurry. I'm not really sure about what. Our conversation was rather short, all in all. Are you even a priest? I do not believe I ever stated such. Then who are you? Well, what are you, rather? I'm a gardener. He gives me another smile. It's kind of cute. Wait, what am I thinking? I hope that won't be an issue. Dr. Frank? No, I just assumed that you were a priest. Sorry. Dr. Frank, why are you apologizing? It was my own fault for not being clearer in my introductions. I'm afraid to say that I won't be preaching any sermons here. I'm sorry if you frequented the church. I wouldn't attend a church even if you paid me. Ooh. Oh, well then. My not giving any sermons should pose no issue. I know a few of the villagers were sad to see their last priest go, but they won't have to wait long before the next priest arrives. Wait, what? I'm just stopping through. Oh, you're not staying? Why am I feeling sad all of a sudden? Because you like him, Frank. Hmm. Well, that all depends on how things turn out. There's a chance that it won't be here for long. Hmm. Why are you even here? Ah, so direct. Well, I heard a rumor, and I decided to investigate. That's all. What rumor? I love the way your glasses bring out the color in your eyes. Huh? Sorry, did I say that out loud? How embarrassing. Are you flirting with me? Oh, am I? You keep telling me that I'm cute. Forgive me if that's causing you any distress. I can stop if you want. Dr. Frank, would you like me to stop? Uh, I gotta go. All right. I'm gonna fix my filter real quick because, I realized that I was getting kind of cut out. And I still don't know what's up with my sound, but you know what? I'm just gonna roll with it. My, do you like talking to me that much? I need your shovel, actually. Can I have your shovel? My, at least take me on a date first. Oh god, not that kind of shovel. No, I need it for... For what, Dr. Frank? To, you know, dig things. Well, I'm sorry to say that you'll just have to use your own shovel to dig up stuff. I try not to lend my shovel around lightly. I wouldn't want it to get dirty. We're still talking about gardening equipment, right? Wait a minute, you never even answered my question. Oh, how rude of me. What question was that? What rumor are you here investigating? My, your hair is such a cute shade of pink. I wonder if it feels as fluffy as it looks. Well, that's... relatable. Floof. Much floof. What? Dr. Frank, are you feeling alright? You're turning a strange shade of red. Shut up. He's too strong for me. You know what? Never mind. Forget it. I'll go find my own shovel. I don't know rightly where, but I will find one. Yeah, I know. You already took the pants. It's fine. To Hindenburg. If you keep following the road, you'll end up in town. But I can't go just yet. Well, where am I going to find a shovel? Eggs. Help. I see you're back. Yeah, I have a question. About what, Dr. Frank? I need help finding a new arm. His arm fell off. It certainly did. And since you got rid of all the extras, where can I go to get another one? You could go dig up your own in the graveyard. Oh, yeah, I guess I could. Yeah, but I need a shovel. I have no shovel. Do I have one here, maybe? Oh. Yes, I do. Oh. Man-eating thesis plant. Lust after the flesh of men. Well, it'd be nice if I still had that arm. What if I give you the... Keep my head low. Hey, kid, you want to see something cool? The plant hisses at me as I bring out a certain magazine. He goes silent as he sees the sparkling muscles on the cover. I can accidentally leave this behind if I'm able to get closer to a certain gardening equipment. He grabs a magazine in his jaws, opening it up to the full spread image, and he no longer pays me any mind. Smart plant. Yes, take the shovel. Okay. Excellente. Who knew that a porno mag would come in handy? for more than one thing. Okay. I can't just start digging up body parts with him standing there. I need you to leave. Stop, you're making me blush, Dr. Frank. What, I'm just visiting you to ask some questions. Oh, is that what they're calling it nowadays? He winks at me. Ugh. So what is it that you wanted to ask? What would make you leave the garden? You have an interesting look on your face there, Dr. Frank. Yeah, so? Hypothetically, if something big happened, would you leave? Excuse me? I mean, like, if something happened, would you go check it out? Well, I mean, I suppose. Great. So what things would you leave for? Dr. Frank, do you want me to leave? What? No, I'm not saying that at all. Then why are you asking me this? No reason. Absolutely no reason. Okay. So I need to make something happen. Okay. I don't rightly know what. But look, don't judge me. Well, then I must apologize in advance. Okay, what am I doing? About what, Dr. Frank? No, I needed to go dig. I remember. Oh, frick me. Have you asked him? You think he's just going to tell me? I mean, you might as well try. I mean, I guess I could try to ask him again, but I don't think he's going to tell me. Hi there, Dr. Frank. Seriously, what would you leave for? Hypothetically, of course. I really gotta know what would make you leave this area. Well then, hypothetically, I suppose if something happened to my flowers, maybe the altar roses, I would naturally have to rush to go be with them. Oh. Okay. So inside the church we go. I wonder what I can do to these altar roses to get him to come over here. I got it. The dots have been connected. Conservatore. Give me these. Oh, wait, they're broken. Give me this. Pick it up? Yes, please. Holding my nose, I put it in my inventory. Hachoo. Bless you, Dr. Frank. Ugh, this sucks. Oh, God, that's like the first time I actually said that word. In real life, I don't typically. I was always taught not to speak like that, so, my oh my, have things ever changed? It's fine. Okay, I'm gonna use the weed killer, or the weed grow on these. I quickly dump all of the powder on the roses, trying my hardest not to breathe in the dust. Vines, lion's manes, and other weeds start popping up immediately, covering up the roses that were there before. That'll do it. Now, just to let Silius away from the graves. Booyah. Sir, there's a problem with the roses. I saw a bunch of weeds in the church. They were in that little box with your roses. Well then, I suppose I need to leave this area completely unattended and go into the church. He winks at me and then rushes off. Winks should be illegal from certain men. I should not be allowed to wink at people. Just saying. Alright. Move to dig again when something strong grabs hold of the end of my shovel. Oh. Hi, monster. Me too. He grabs a shovel and starts digging in the grave. Even with only a single hand, he puts to shame my own progress. He wanted to come find you. It's Iggs. For some reason, I'm happy to see him. Ah, so cute. What a great boyfriend. Wait, did anyone see him? Dr. Frank, you live in a nigh impenetrable mountain range. No one saw him. Oh, well, okay, good. Ah, it seems Monster has found something while digging. Iggs walks over and picks up the severed arm that he had quickly reburied in the wee hours of the morning. Now, how did we get this on again? My assistant starts to hand me the stapler for the arm, but then pulls back after a second thought. Are you sure about this, Dr. Frank? What? Come on, we have to get going. Give me the stapler. I mean, you're gonna do all this just to get back at Dominic, right? Have you been paying any attention? I'm taking my revenge on him and those stupid university types who... Right, I just thought you're putting too much energy into this. Too much? I reach out for the stapler, but again he pulls back. So, you get your revenge. And then what? I reach out again, but he dodges me. Dr. Frank, then what? Then I'll be happy, and they'll recognize what amazing work I've done, and... Again, I reach for the stapler, but to no avail. Iggs, we don't have time for this. When will you have time for this, Dr. Frank? I tried to ask you 2 days ago, and a week before that, but you keep avoiding the question. What are you going to do now, after you take your revenge? Well, then everyone will love me, and they'll accept me back into the university, and Dominic will be so destroyed that he'll have to leave the country. And what if that doesn't happen? Dr. Frank? I don't know, Iggs. Now, can you please just give me the darn stapler? He hands it to me, and I take it without looking him in the eye. Arm. I quickly reattach it to the best of my abilities. There. Now he's ready for the conference. And only a few minutes to spare until the presentation starts. Let's go. Whapoosh. Alright. We arrive before Dominic's presentation and the conference brimming with people. To think that all of these people would have been looking upon my research at me, if only things had been different. If only Susie hadn't had that one unfortunate encounter with Headmaster Aaron, and if that professor hadn't threatened to report my work to the Queen's men, I could have been up there. Ugh, now where is that jerk? Just then, the current presenter goes behind the curtain, and for a split second, I can see a certain brown-haired man I could never forget. That jerk. I charge off, pushing through the crowd, Iggs and the monster at my heels. We make it back behind the stage just in the nick of time. You. He sees me and takes a step back. Oh, wow. What are you doing here, Frankfurter? What am I doing here? I'm here to take my revenge. Dude, what? You stole my research. Everything I worked so hard for. And now you're presenting it to these people. And... Oh, I forgot I gave him a voice. God dang it, okay. What? Bro, can we, talk about this later? I'm, 5 minutes away from doing my thing. Frick you. You broke my heart. Dude, are you still hung up about that? What? I mean, it was 2 weeks, tops? Well, frick you. And now I have someone even better. I glance behind me to present my new and better improved boyfriend, but he's still off in the crowds, him and Iggs fighting to slip behind the stage. I made an entirely new creature, a new life form. He's better than you. He's more handsome and more affectionate and listens to me when I speak, and he's just 1,000,000 times better than you are in every way. Cool. So I'm gonna go do my presentation now. But aren't you intimidated? Speechless at how I've completely moved on from you and you were nothing but a mistake? Yeah, that's cool, bro. I'm gonna go do my presentation. He turns to leave, but I follow on his heels. Your awesome research? Don't you mean my awesome research? You stole it from me. That's why I'm doing all of this, you see. Taking my revenge. Yours? I mean, it's based on your research, but it's still my experiment. Don't worry, I cited you in the bibliography of the paper. Suddenly, the crowd starts clapping and a man pulls back the curtain, motioning for Dominic to go onto the stage. Look, I gotta go. But that's my research. I rush to stop him from going out there, from claiming my research as his own. But just then, Mr. Frank. I turn around to see it's Headmaster Aaron. What the devil are you doing here? Iggs has finally caught up with the monster, both out of breath. And what the devil is that? He gestures towards the monster, who's just staring at his missing hand. You people, you fools, stand back. I did the impossible. I have an incredible experiment that will revolutionize the nature of humanity. I created the world's first artificial life form. And I'm going to go out there and change this loveless, cruel world. That man, he stole my research. My research, you hear me? And I'm not going to let him or any of you step all over me again. Mr. Frank, Mr. Nylion is an esteemed member of our doctorate program, and any such claims of plagiarism are to be taken seriously. If you truly wish to pursue this further, and this isn't yet again another one of your outbursts, you can take this up with... Just then the crowd bursts out in sound from on the other side of the curtains, and I turn to look. There's a bird flying around out there. Somehow he'd been able to reanimate it. God help us. All of a sudden people start moving. Stagehands are running off, whispering amongst themselves. Don't mention this creation you've brought with you to anyone, Mr. Frank. What? But I'm here to present... Would you shut up for once? The Queen herself is in attendance tonight. Is she? It's been all over the papers. Ah. Suddenly, a few armored guards rush past, shoving their way onto the stage, where a bewildered Dominic stands. The headmaster pulls me back, further out of the sight lines of the ominous-looking guardsmen. Look, Mr. Frank, we've tolerated a lot of your shenanigans in the past, despite what we have told you multiple times regarding the legality of your work. But what is invention in the face of, despite multiple warnings, you have continued to pursue illegal research, and now you have passed that same illegal research on to one of our students. The guardsmen have begun to round up stagehands, lining them up next to Dominic, most likely to arrest them. If you don't say anything, they won't arrest you too. Oh boy. Two? Some yelling breaks out from the stage. It's Dominic yelling at the guardsmen. One of them pushes the other, and suddenly all three of them are fighting. Our eyes lock. It's not mine, it's his. He makes a lunge towards me, but one of the guardsmen hit him and he falls to the ground. I suggest you leave. People have started to scream. What in the world is even going on out in the audience? Dr. Frank, we need to go. But my revenge. Iggs grabs my hand and pulls me away. We make it out of town just in time. There are fires dotting the horizon in the direction of Hindenburg University. We're lucky to have escaped, you know. Oh, butterfly. The monster runs off to chase the insect. So what now, Dr. Frank? Now that the university has realized the error of its ways and Dominic has been forced out of the country, and that everyone loves you and nothing bad will ever happen again. I don't know, okay? I don't know what I'm going to do now. The university will never accept now. I glance toward the fires that have broken out in town. And that jerk, he didn't even... Can I make a suggestion? Since you didn't say no. You've grown up in this town your whole life, right? The mansion was your grandmother's from what I remember. So what? So this is your hometown, and it's the only place you've ever lived. And maybe it would be good to get some perspective. I mean, everyone here knows that you're this weird guy who lives in a creepy mansion in the woods and is obsessed with legal research. With illegal research. You don't have to put it that way. There's a program I know just over the border in Espington that specializes in plant regeneration. My boyfriend went to university there and mentioned it. I know it's not exactly the same research as what you've been doing, but you could probably find some use for it in your own experiments. So, what, you're saying that I should just, I don't know, go there instead? Well, yes. So I have to go into a completely different country to even find a place that would recognize my genius? Dr. Frank, I'm saying maybe it's time to get out of your house and stop obsessing over your revenge, over making other people like you. Not to mention that if you manage to blow up the laboratory building again, it would be much easier to avoid the repercussions if it happened in another country. But the people of Espington are so stuffy and snotty and... watch your step. Butterfly, butterfly. The monster comes charging over again, chasing the bug that is clearly not a butterfly. Just then, I realize that Silios has followed the monster over to us. Oh, I see we meet again, Dr. Frank. Hello, Dino. Hello, Dino. I'm not letting you chew the wall. Shut up. Mother of God. Can we help you with anything? Butterfly pretty. Oh, I just happened to see your cute child here running through the church grounds. I was a bit worried about him falling into a ditch, or even one of the unearthed graves, and I haven't had a clue where they came from. And also, I didn't mean to eavesdrop, but were you discussing Espington? Yeah. Yeah, we were. I'm actually from Espington originally, in fact. If there's anything you need to know, I would love to help. That's very generous of you, but it was just a thought. I'm not sure if Dr. Frank is even going to move there. Yes, I would love to know. Please tell me everything. Very well. Feel free to ask me anything, Dr. Frank. Monster shoves a dead insect into my face. At a later time, of course. We ought to be getting back to the house. Right. I wave goodbye to Silios as we head back into the mountain. Or back up the mountain, rather. 2 months later. Aw, ain't that cute. Ask me that question again. Where do you see yourself in 10 years? Having cracked the code of animal regeneration and about to be entering the clinical trials on testing on humans. Maybe you should leave out the human experimentation part, Dr. Frank. But otherwise, great, I think you're ready to go. Do I look okay? Maybe put more gel in your hair? There's no way that's going to stay down the entire trip over there. But I already used the whole jar. Oh. Maybe just try not to touch it then. Sure enough, moments later, my hair reverts back to its original form. I love the little boing sound effect. It was hilarious. Well, so much for that. Don't worry about your hair, Dr. Frank. I'm sure you'll do fine. Yeah, if you say so. Are you ready to go? I think Silius will be here in a few minutes. He's helping you cross the border, right? Dr. Frank? Huh? You seemed kind of out of it there for a second. I don't know. Still feeling apprehensive? What if I'm making a fool of myself? Or they already know who I am and are just going to reject me anyway? It would be pretty cruel to invite someone to an interview if you know that you're just going to reject them anyway. And even if that were the case, that would say more about them than you, right? If you say so. I don't know. I keep thinking maybe it would be better if I just stay home and work on my experiments. It just feels weird to be doing this. Why? Because, I mean, I don't normally do this, you know? It's dumb. I'm sure it looks dumb to other people. I have better things to do than dress up fancy and have people with inferior intellects tell me what to think. What did we say about your manners? Sorry, it won't come out in the interview. Good. Just give it a try. What's the worst that could happen? I suppose. I take a deep breath. Yeah, at least I can gain some intel as to the Espington scientific process while I'm over there. And you won't be alone either. I'm sure Silius can help you get GT to where you need to be. Suddenly, there's a knock on the front door. Just save. Save. Yes, overwrite save. Boop. Visitor, visitor. Ah, monster, don't open that. Too late, he's already rushing off to open the door. Ah, well, at least we know who's at the door this time. Are you ready, Dr. Frank? I happened to glance at my reflection in the mirror, set my face into a determined look. It's something to try, if nothing else, a way to waste time. But I have no idea what's going to happen. Maybe something will, maybe not. And although I don't want to admit to Iggs, the act of having something to do besides trying to impress the university that had turned its back on me felt like a breath of fresh air. I smile. Ready as I'll ever be. Achievement. Yay. Oh, a new leaf. Well, the end. There we have it. That was a fun little experiment. Wow, okay, so my takeaway from this kind of game, it was very interesting. I feel like there could have been more done with it. Like as far as customizations of the boyfriend itself goes, we could have named the guy. There could have been like better hair options and clothing. Like we could have actually gotten him real clothes once we did all that. I'm curious now if there's going to be a sequel following Dr. Frank and Silius, or Silius, or Silios, or whatever the gardener's name is. But I thoroughly enjoyed it, and this kind of opened me up to a whole new genre of games that I could bring to the channel in theory. So let me know in the comments what you guys think, if I should do more in the way of visual novels. I asked on Twitter if I should do these more often, because while less people were watching it in general, there were people watching it for longer than my usual videos get watched. So I don't know, it's conflicting, but at the same time it's very fun. So let me know what you guys really think about it. True, honest feedback and critique would be greatly appreciated. And if you have any visual novels, short series games similar to what this one was, then let me know that as well. And I will definitely check them out, preferably in the free category. I have a little bit of money in my Steam wallet, but not a lot, and I don't want to waste money on something that's going to be a short experience with no replayability and something that I'm not going to actually like really get into. So something similar to this, or an experience of sorts that you guys loved playing through or reading through, and I'll check them out for sure. But again, this game was really fun. I didn't expect to actually enjoy it, but the story was absolutely delightful. I love the humor. It wanted me to swear, and much to trolls' chagrin, I refuse. I am not going to swear. I am going to keep at least that side of my PG nature intact. Everything else, I'm definitely not PG on. I can readily admit to that, but swearing is kind of where I draw the line. So I will abbreviate, I will censor. Um, yeah, I prattled on far too long, but I will leave a playlist of this game in the info card and in the description below, as well as my link to Twitter and my Discord server to become a loved one. I really hope to catch you guys there. I love to hear from you, and I hope to catch you guys very, very soon and have an absolutely lovely day.